Coming up on today's show, the Audi e-tron aces the IIHS crash tests and becomes the first EV to get the coveted Top Safety Pick Plus award. Supercharging is now free again for new Model S and Model X orders, and a body mod that means you'll never need a key for your Tesla again. These stories and more coming next. Welcome to the new studio, folks. It may not look any different right now because we're using the green screen, but this is the first episode of 10 to be filmed in our new 1,000 square foot studio, made possible thanks to all of you. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates in the coming months on Take 2 as we build some new sets, make an EV garage and much more. And thanks, as always, to the Electric Auto Association for sponsoring this show. Find out how you can accelerate the electrification of transportation today at electricauto.org. The Audi e-tron electric SUV has become the first electric car ever to earn the coveted IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus award from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. It's only given to cars which ace all of the crash tests, as well as offer advanced safety features like automatic emergency braking. In its test, the e-tron earned itself praise from the IIHS for its honeycombed battery pack safety structure and LED matrix headlights, among other features. Snapping at the e-tron's heels is the Tesla Model 3, which is currently still undergoing its IIHS testing. Mercedes-Benz has confirmed that its stands at the Frankfurt Motor Show will be heavy on plug-ins, with several new plug-in hybrid variants of existing vehicles due to debut there. At the same time, the automaker says that we'll see a concept electric sedan showcased that I assume will be either the EQS or EQE, depending on its size. Also present in Frankfurt on the Mercedes-Benz stand will be the production version of the EQV electric minivan, the concept for which we saw in March in Geneva. Supercharging for free used to be a perk of Tesla ownership. Then Tesla made it a perk only available through the Tesla referral program for new car orders. Then it did away with it completely for new cars, even killing the privilege for certified pre-owned Teslas that were once grandfathered in with free supercharging for life. Well, now it's back, except this time it's only on brand new Tesla Model S and Tesla Model X cars, suggesting that Tesla is looking for a way to boost Model S and X sales in times when people just want to buy a Model 3 instead. BMW has confirmed that it's bringing its global induction charging pilot project to the US. Initially launched in Germany in 2018, the program will launch in certain parts of California, offering wireless inductive charging to customers buying the 530e plug-in hybrid sedan. While you can't deny the convenience of pulling up, parking, and having the car charge itself without you needing to plug it in, the reality of inductive charging is a little less rosy. At the moment, the system is limited to 3.3 kilowatts of peak power transfer, which means it's probably just faster and easier for now to just plug in. A couple of weeks ago, Ford teased a video of an electric F-150 pickup prototype towing more than 1 million US tons of rail cars and pickup trucks. At the time, lots of you questioned if it was really Ford tech under the hood or Rivian tech, as Ford had made a sizable investment in the startup earlier this year and said it would build a vehicle alongside Rivian that would wear a Ford badge. We'd all assumed that that would be a pickup truck, but as Ford CEO Jim Hackett suggested to Motor Trend this week, it might not be. While he didn't specifically state what the vehicle would be, hints were dropped that Rivian's project with Ford might be a full-size electric SUV built by Rivian in Normal, Illinois. When it comes to electric big rigs, Tesla's all-electric Semi might get the most of the online attention, but this week rival Freightliner beat it to the punch by celebrating the production of its first two Freightliner e-Cascadia big rigs. The two trucks are already on their way to fleets in a research and development program fleet. So while the claims from Daimler about having these trucks in the hands of customers are true, they are still, technically, limited production test fleet vehicles for now. Here's hoping that they do lead to a series production version very soon. It was only revealed a month or so ago, but BMW has said it already has more than 45 1,000 registrations from customers for the 2020 Mini Cooper SE electric vehicle. While it's fantastic to see so many people engaged and excited about another new electric car, I should note that the registrations aren't legally binding orders or even placed deposits, as BMW hasn't yet taken any money from anyone for the vehicle. Nevertheless, it is a great thing to see a car which many criticised for being too limited in its range get some serious interest from the general public. That means more people buying electric cars. The Jaguar I-Pace EV hasn't been selling all that well in the US, partly because of the exchange rate and its subsequent sticker price, but also because of its limited appeal and subpar specifications when compared to the offerings of Tesla. This week, to help boost those sales, we learn that Jaguar is working with dealers to target Tesla owners specifically, luring them into an I-Pace with a special $3,000 additional cash-on-hood sweetener. Interestingly, you don't actually have to trade in your Tesla to make use of the deal, you just have to own one. It'll be interesting to see who bites. Proterra has been a leader in electric buses for many years now, and I see its buses on a regular basis in and around the Pacific Northwest, serving many duties on many different bus routes. But now Proterra has decided not only to sell its own electric buses, but to license the technology behind those buses to other bus companies and commercial vehicle manufacturers under a program that it's calling Proterra Powered. It will essentially enable many commercial vehicle manufacturers to go electric without spending millions of dollars on R&D to do it. Plus, it adds a new revenue stream for Proterra. And now, it's time for short shorts. Karma Automotive is debuting its first all-electric concept car in Pebble Beach this week at the Concours d'Elegance. Called the SC1 Vision Concept, it's a two-seat high-performance roadster with lots of onboard tech. But don't expect it to enter production anytime soon. What is entering production is the 2020 Karma Revero GT. It was given its official starting price this week, and while it's based off the car we once knew as the Fisker Karma, there are quite a few changes underneath. As to the price, an eye-watering $135,000. As its first two vehicles head ever closer to production, Rivian has confirmed that both the R1T pickup and R1S SUV will come with a choice of different roofing options, from fixed glass, fixed metal and two-piece removable, all the way to electrochromic privacy glass. 22 US states and 7 cities have filed a lawsuit against the US EPA over its Clean Power Plant rollback. Just like its fuel economy rollbacks, the EPA under President Trump is trying to push back plans to clean up the electric grid, even though it's now cheaper to make energy using renewable energy generation methods. SMH. People got excited this week when pictures of a 5-seat electric Chevy SUV hit the internet. Called the Menlo, it's about to debut at the Chengdu Auto Show in September, and some folks wondered if this would be the long-awaited Bolt EUV as well. But don't get super excited. This model is based off another Chinese-only EV, not the Chevy Bolt. A group of early Tesla Model S and X owners upset about the range loss they suffered as the result of a recent over-the-air software update are taking Tesla to court. They allege the software update is to avoid a recall to fix what they say are defective batteries. Bloomberg reported this week that NHTSA sent Tesla a cease and desist letter back in October last year. NHTSA alleged at the time that Tesla was not following the guidelines set out by the organisation and said Tesla had been making misleading statements on its Model 3 crash test results. The Peugeot e-208 has received its official pricing in the UK this week, with the battery electric variant of the popular hatch starting at £28,550 sterling after taxes, but before incentives. Deliveries will start early next year. The one-off, tyre-shredding Chevrolet e-Copo Camaro electric muscle car has, at least will have by the time you watch this, or been auctioned off at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Built for SEMA 2018, the car's final price will be undoubtedly eye-watering. The churn rate of executives at Tesla, namely how quickly someone leaves the company after joining, is the highest of any major tech company in Silicon Valley today. But a new report this week notes that if you report directly to Elon Musk, your time at the company is even shorter than it would otherwise be. The UK government has just doubled its funding pot for on-street electric vehicle charging. Adding £2.5 million to its existing fund, the government says it wants to make it easier for people who don't have off-street parking to own and charge an EV. Indian motorcycle manufacturer Mflux made a Facebook blog post this week in which it apologised for taking longer than it had planned to bring its Mflux One superbike to market. At the same time, it announced the Mflux 2 and Mflux 2 Plus, more affordable two-wheelers. Launch dates for these have yet to be set. When the Tesla Model 3 was first unveiled, Elon Musk did say that air suspension would eventually be offered as an option for high-end variants. But now he's killed that idea, confirming this week that air suspension is not on the feature list for any current or future Model 3s. UPS has made an investment in Too Simple, an autonomous vehicle startup specialising in making big rigs self-driving. What's more, we learned this week that UPS has been busy testing self-driving trucks in Arizona since May this year. If you order pizza for delivery, it usually comes courtesy of a rather tatty car driven by the part-time delivery driver looking to earn some extra money for college. But this week, Domino's switched the game up, announcing that some US stores in major US cities would be swapping their cars for electric bicycles instead. German rental company Nextmove has announced it's cancelling the majority of a 100 Model 3 vehicle order after quality control problems with the first 15 vehicles it received earlier this year. It cancelled the remaining order after failing to reach an agreement with Tesla over how to fix the problems with those vehicles. We've just had our annual Perseid meteor shower, with many more meteors in our skies than normal. But one Tesla Model S owner this week had a surprise when his Model S, in autopilot mode, braked suddenly. The reason? A meteor crashing nearby. And those are your short shorts. There will be more next week. Porsche has officially confirmed that the Taycan electric car will get its production premiere at the Frankfurt Motor Show on September 4th. And as a consequence, we've seen an increase in coverage around the car, including from our very good friends at Fully Charged, whose Johnny Smith became the first journalist in the world to get behind the wheel, taking it out on a closed track and executing multiple 0 to 200 kph sprints to showcase the car's abilities to continually deliver high performance. The video is fantastic. I'm only a little bit jealous, and you should totally check it out after we're done here. Kudos to the whole Fully Charged team on this one. It was fab. And finally, while you can use your smartphone or buy a standard Tesla key fob for your Model 3, the credit card-sized valet card that ships with your car is a little bulky. And with all the tech inside the Model 3, I'm sure that many people have wished that they don't ever need a key card at all. They can just walk up and have the car open. So I suspect that was the motivation behind software developer, maker and cosplayer Amy Deedee's decision to encase the valet key for her Model 3 in medical-grade polymer and then have it implanted in her right arm. Having had an injectable heart monitor put into my chest, all I can say is ow. Although her implant, installed rather ironically by a body mod specialist called Pineapple, was a lot smaller than my cyber implant. And on that note, it's the end of this week's show. Don't forget to like, comment and share, bash that notification bell, and if you'd like to see us make more videos like we've posted in the last couple of weeks, why not send us a couple of bucks through Patreon, buy us a coffee with Ko-fi, or grab some swag in our merch store. In doing so, you're going to help us continue to improve this space. And of course, thanks to the Electric Auto Association for sponsoring today's news roundup. Advocating and educating the world about electric vehicles since 1967, the Electric Auto Association believes the future depends on going electric today. Find out how to become an EV educator for yourself, discover a local monthly meetup, or just talk to real-world EV owners about what it's like to drive on electrons by going to electricauto.org. We're members of the EAA and we are really proud to support this fantastic non-profit. I'll be back soon with more episodes, but until then, thanks for joining me, and don't forget to be better, smarter, and kinder to one another. Keep evolving.